Hey, Parker.
Hey, Isaac.
Good afternoon. I want to start with a quick scenario that's becoming all too common. Imagine waking up one day, grabbing your phone like usual, realizing something's seriously wrong. Your bank account is suddenly empty. Your work files are frozen, locked down by ransomware, then come weird then come the weird notifications. Charges for things you've never bought, strange logins to your email, messages from friends saying your account sent them spam. Then worst of all, you find out your private information, things like your social security number, passwords, even your family photos have been stolen and are being sold online to the highest bidder. Sounds extreme, right? Like something out of a sci fi movie? But I'm here to tell you this is not just a made up worst case scenario. This is real. It's happening right now. Thousands of people, organizations every single day. The scariest part, that's not always high profile companies like Google or Microsoft that are targeted. It's everyday folks like us, small businesses, local government offices, school systems, and yes, even military units. Whether you're logging in from home, on base, or civilian workplace, cyber threats are everywhere. They don't care about your rank, your job title, or where you work. If you're connected to the internet, you're a potential target. Cyber criminals are constantly looking for weaknesses, and more often than not, those weaknesses are human. For those who don't know me, my name is Romeo Gobble, and I'm a client systems technician in the United States Air Force. In my last briefing, I focused on the rising threat of cyber attacks and why being aware of them is so important. But today, I want to take it one step further. I'm here to persuade you that awareness alone is not enough. We need action. We need a strong cybersecurity policy that applies to everyone, not just IT specialists. We need regular training, strong password rules, and smart habits that protect our systems from the inside out. Here's why. According to the FBI's Internet Crime Complaint Center, Americans lost over $16.6 billion to cybercrime in 2023. That's up 33% from just the year before. Think about that for a second. $16.6 billion gone because of scams, hacks, and digital attacks. And those aren't just big businesses losing money. That includes families, schools, hospitals, even our own defense agencies. Most of these attacks don't happen because someone cracked some high tech firewall. No, they happen because someone clicked a fake link in an email or reused the same password on multiple accounts or ignored a software update. According to a May 2025 report from the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, CISA, more than 90% of successful cyber attacks were caused by human error. That's not just shocking, it's preventable. Now think about your workplace, like how it handles cybersecurity. If you're like most people, you probably got mandatory training videos once a year. Maybe you click through it while checking your email, then it's back to business as usual. But let me ask you this. Do you remember what was in that training 2 months later? Probably not. That's the problem. Cyber threats don't show up once a year. They're happening every day. Hackers are constantly trying new tricks, using social engineering, phishing emails, and even fake phone calls to get what they want. If we're only preparing for that threat once a year, we're already behind. The Department of Defense knows this, which is why their 2025 Cyber Workforce Strategy recommends quarterly cybersecurity training, and it works. Units that switched to quarterly refreshers saw a 40% drop in successful phishing attacks. That's a massive improvement that came just from staying sharp and updated. So here's what I'm proposing. We need a workplace policy that requires quarterly cybersecurity training for all employees, not optional. Not just for the tech team, everyone. We need multi factor authentication on all work devices to stop intruders. Even if passwords get leaked, we need phishing simulations to test readiness and monthly reminders that keep good habits fresh. Most importantly, we need leadership to take this seriously, not as a checklist, but as a mission. These changes don't cost much. In fact, the University of Maryland found that workplaces that implemented these strategies saw a 70% reduction in overall cyber risks. That is huge. It proves that education and consistency are the best defenses we have. This policy I'm suggesting isn't about making life harder or throwing more rules at employees. It's not about punishment or blame. It's about protection. It's about giving the people the tools and knowledge that they need to stay safe in a digital world that's getting more dangerous by the day. When everyone in a workplace is trained, aware, and involved, we're not just reducing the risk of cyber attacks. We're building a stronger, smarter team. Think of cybersecurity like fire drills. We don't wait for a fire to break out before we teach people how to get safety. We prepare, we practice, and we do it regularly because lives are at stake. The same logic should apply here. Our data, our systems, our mission, they're all worth protecting. But protection only works if everyone does their part. Now, I know some people will say cybersecurity isn't my problem, that's for IT. But I want you to remember this. IT can set up systems, firewalls, and alerts, but they can't control what people click. They can't stop someone from falling for a fake email. That responsibility lies with all of us. Every click, every login, every update, it matters. In the Air Force, we are trained to be ready for any threat, physical or digital. But readiness doesn't happen by accident. It takes preparation, teamwork, and leadership. And that same mindset should carry to every workplace, military, or civilian. Cybersecurity is no longer optional, it's part of the job. So if you take anything away from the speech today, let it be this. We don't need to wait until something goes wrong to act. We protect our data, our people, and our futures by being proactive, by setting policies, holding regular training, and staying sharp. Let's stop thinking of cybersecurity as just an IT problem. Let's start treating it like a shared mission. Because when everyone plays a role, everyone benefits. Our systems stay safer, our people stay informed, and we're all better prepared for whatever comes next. Thank you for your time, and stay cyber smart.